Well, hey guys, this is really a personal video for Brandy and Kathryn Honken, who won, each one won one of these boxes of beads in a bead giveaway on Facebook. And Kathryn wants to show them to her, wants to tell her mother about them, and I hate writing stuff, so I'm making her this video description of her winnings, so I don't have to write it all down. Okay, so here we're going to start with these guys right here, which are quartz beads out of a Neolithic culture in the Sahara Desert. They don't know much about these guys because they're so far back in time. All they find is some of their flint tools and these beads, and that's just about all they find out of this culture. But they're kind of cool things. They're hand drilled using stone drill bits, and okay, that's those. And then here you got these guys here. Now these are Mayan beads out of agates and quartz crystal type stuff. And these are from a friend of mine went through a 5-nation tour down there, hanging and goofing on all the big pyramids and structures down there. And I'd ask him to grab me arrowheads if he could get his hands on any, and he messaged me back saying, "No, man, I found out I can't get any arrowheads through customs, but how about beads?" And I said, beads are cool. So that's what these are. These are authentic Mayan beads. Okay, now here, these beads here are called Padre beads. They were actually rosary beads. Excuse me, I got a bug that has got me with a terrible sore throat right now. But these beads here are the red ones I found in a dirt pile that my old dozer guy named Harold Lang showed me out on the corner of Highway 152 in Caddo County, where it branches off to head on over to Anadarko. And I forget what that one's called, maybe 251, I don't know, I can't remember the name of that one. But anyway, I found the red ones in Oklahoma. There was a whole bunch of them. I went out there and sifted through that. There was a big pile of spoiled dirt from some road project, and they had dug up something that had a ton of beads in it. And then I found these red ones and a bunch of other kinds too. Now the white ones I found eroding out of the side of a big mound up in Washington. And the white ones they call Russian whites, and the red ones they call Cherokee reds. But I don't really know if that's if they're real deals like that or not. But okay, now here are a bunch of they're a combination. There's some of the beads that I found out here in California. These are all trade beads. Some are stone and bone. And others are, I'm sorry, I mixed them up. I didn't mean to, but I can't separate them again. But they were, some of them were Cherokee trade beads from the Great Tellico site in Tennessee when they put in the put in the TVA dams and everything back there. They buried a bunch of Indian mounds and stuff, and so they went ahead and sifted through them and got the beads, and I ended up with a bunch of them. So those are California trade beads and Tennessee Cherokee trade beads. Okay, now here are some little shell beads from California. I just realized I'm showing you Brandy's deal. My bad. Okay, but everything is the same, okay, so far. Okay, but I'll switch now. My bad. Okay, so now these are yours. These are little shell beads that the Chumash Indians made in California out on Santa Rosa Island and Santa Cruz Island. And they make them out of olivella shells, and these are just They make them from little pieces of the olivella shell that they go ahead and make round and punch holes in them, and make them, form them into these cool little beads. And these got traded all over the whole Southwest. Everybody used these beads here that the Chumash made in their trade networks for kind of hard currency. These were money. And actually, the smaller the bead, the higher the denomination of bill it was. Kind of cool. Now, and here's some black beads. I don't know anything about them except I got a bunch of them, and they're probably not even old, but they're cool. And if you're making, they kind of match these guys here in size and stuff. So, if you were making like a necklace or something, they would go with it. Well, red, black, and white makes a nice, pretty bead necklace anyway. Now, here are some types of both of these guys here. Are some types of beads that are called African sandcast. They're actually made in Africa, I believe. And but they were also traded by the Hudson's Bay Company in a lot of places in Canada, up around the northeast of the United States and Canada, and around the Hudson's Bay and Great Lakes area. But these are old beads, and as you can see, many of them show a really characteristic wear pattern from where they abraded. They got an angle on each end of them from where they, abraded. They were kind of rounded and tubular to start with, but they've abraded through use wear, rubbing against other beads in a necklace over time. And these here are just some modern replica coyote canines that have been drilled and aged to make them look old and stuff, but they're not. They're cool things. They're just fun things. And let's see. They also call them, I think they call them brush wolf, brush wolf, but really they're coyotes. Okay, now here is a, I can't think of the name of this stupid thing. What is the name of that bead? And I can't remember the name of this stuff here. It's but it's a crystal, kind of like a quartz crystal, except it's got colors in it. And these here beads are from out of the 1600s, and they're from the stone itself is from Africa. And I'll write the name in on the description. I'll figure it out before I post this. But at any rate, these things here have got kind of a crazy history. They went all around the world. When the slave ships were going, they would bring this material as ballast on the slaves and the slavers, and then they would take it back to Africa. They would work it in places, and these are, hand drilled with metal, but they used, hand powered machines, like with foot pedals and stuff, to make the drills and things work. And they were also polished on, hand polishing, foot, man-powered foot polishing machines. I'm very sorry about my cold here. Okay, now I think that's everything. And oh no, wait, I forgot these guys over here. Okay, yeah. Now these here are Brandy's over there, and these are yours. Now I couldn't match these, but so at any rate, these are just some. That's a bone bead. That's a bone bead, and that's a little bone bead, I believe. And I'll put those in yours right now so I don't get them confused. And then there's this thing here, which is a little quartz, or I believe it's a quartz crystal, kind of a cloudy quartz crystal, nose rod. And this is out of Central America too. This is probably Mayan, I believe, but it's either like a nose rod or maybe even an ear rod, where they just stuff a little tubular thing like this, through a hole in their nose, or through a hole in their ear, like an earring or something. Oh wait, I forgot Brandy's other oddball things. Okay, now these are just little bone things, little bone beads, and Then a little quartz crystal piece that somebody, I don't know if they were going to make it a bead or whatever, but it's just this cool little crystal disc that's all ground and polished and everything. And that's out of Central America too. But anyway, that's everything. And Brandy, you know, your stuff will all be the same too, except it'll look different, slightly different. But okay, that's everything. You know, congratulations, you guys, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.